Welcome to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, the U.S. News & World Report's #1 engineering school in the United States that offers a master's as its highest degree for 20 consecutive years. Rose-Hulman, where you come to find yourself. Find yourself through personal growth, through personal development, through study, research, and invention. Rose-Hulman, your home for academic and athletic excellence. You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Sonic just introduced tacho. Look at that cheese sauce. Bacon too, so crispy. And Baja blend.
And the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. Once again, folks, it's a pivotal matchup here at the Hulbert Arena. Happy to be with you tonight. I'm Walter Gordon, sitting alongside Mr. Troy Fears. And Troy, we've kind of been a running joke between the two of us.
It really has been.
Every game is kind of a must-win, but here we are again, another midweek matchup. In another game that we're saying is a must-win.
Yeah, as we get ready to enter the final month of the season, right. You know, February starts on Saturday, yep. And that's the final month of this season. It's important for the Engineers, obviously, to win at home. You know, in this conference, it is so jam-packed, and anybody can win it all, and we'll be talking about that throughout the game, but you've got to be able to win at home. You've got to be able to play consistent. And Rose-Hulman did that for a little bit in January or early December, January when they won 5 in a row. They've got to be able to find that consistency again going into this final month of this season. And
Rose-Hulman sitting at the record of 8-9, 5-5 in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Manchester with a record of 6-11, but they're 4-6 in the conference. And you talked about the conference standings. They're just so jumbled up, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And Manchester is coming off a tough loss to Mount St. Joseph, who is currently at 2-8 in the conference, last in the conference. So Manchester's looking to rebound from that tonight. That loss was at Mount St. Joseph, a team that Rose-Hulman will be hosting here on Saturday. So right. It would be beautiful if St. Mary's. I was going to say St. Mary's.
I knew you. I'm going to let that fly.
But if Rose-Hulman could win, obviously tonight and Saturday, they've got to be able to protect this home floor. And again, Manchester, not a bad team at all, right. And is going to give Rose-Hulman fits tonight, I'm sure. But they're looking to rebound as well. So it's again another pivotal conference matchup on a Wednesday night.
Always a close game when these two foes get together. It's Manchester here at Rose-Hulman at the Hulbert Arena. We're going to take our first break of our Sonic pregame show. Come back and get you set for action. This is Wednesday night basketball right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
Sonic just introduced tachos. Look at that cheese sauce.
Bacon too, so crispy.
And Baja blend.
Love those spicy jalapenos.
Tachos. It's like I'm saying nachos, but I'm not.
It's not that much like you're saying nachos. Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time, that!
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this.
Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or crispy tender sandwich plus tots for $2.99.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
These two teams played earlier this season, obviously at Manchester just a few weeks ago. Back in December, Manchester was able to come away with a high-scoring victory. 83-77. I say high scoring because Manchester typically scores in maybe in the mid to high 60s. but for them to score 83 in regulation against Rose-Hulman was a pretty high-scoring affair.
Yeah, it really was. 83 to 77 was the score, and Rose-Hulman was led by Craig McKee, who had 21 points. Similar as he's been doing all season long, obviously leading the Engineers in scoring and rebounding and assists and all of those type of categories. But yeah, it was a tough game at Manchester. Obviously, we flipped the coin. Come here tonight, you know, we're going to see a Manchester team that has 3 players that score double digits,
right.
You know, just over 10 points per game, and we'll talk about them as the game goes on. But they like to shoot the three-pointer.
Do they ever?
You know, just looking at the stats, they're not great at it, I'll be honest, but they like to put it up.
Yep.
And so we're going to find out tonight if Rose-Hulman can, again, crash the boards. What we've seen typically in this conference is the teams that do like to shoot the threes, it's a kind of a one and done. If they miss, Rose-Hulman with Zarnecki and the other guys down low can get the rebound and head the other way. And so that's what Rose-Hulman is going to have to do tonight, is control the boards and try to keep Manchester from getting those transition buckets.
You mentioned Manchester shooting the three. That's something we'll talk about a lot today. You'll see a lot of shots go up from beyond the arc, but the long rebound sometimes accompanies a long shot. You mentioned Rose's ability to rebound and being key tonight. I'm hoping that we can get out in transition as well and kind of some of those long jumpers, maybe start some fast breaks for us.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be key for, obviously, Craig McKee and the other guys who can get out front and lead that transition. And, you know, we don't seem to get a lot of easy buckets.
No.
And so it would be great if we could start getting that.
Right.
As you mentioned, when you shoot that three ball, it usually comes, depending on how it hits the backboard or the rim, it usually comes out far. And so it's a perfect opportunity if the guys break down the court for the bigger guys who get the rebound to throw it down to get a transitional bucket. And that's would be great to see if Rose-Hulman could do that on a more consistent basis going into the last month of the season.
Last month of the season, as you say, Troy, you wanted things to be clicking on all cylinders, and a win tonight would head us in the right direction for that exact thing. Is Rose-Hulman obviously coming off of a win Saturday. They were able to beat Bluffton to get off the snide, if you will. Had a bit of a losing streak. The Bluffton game hopefully will get us on the right foot as we hopefully can win this, head into Saturday, and finish the season out strong. We're going to take our final break of our Sonic pregame show, come back and get you set for action. This is Rose-Hulman basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Oh, quarter-pound double cheeseburger. Look at that. Man, that looks juicy. What about this crispy tender sandwich?
I know. Oh, man, we both got tots all for $2.99. This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love the Car Hop Classic.
Everybody clap your hands. Cha-cha now, y'all. Turn it out. Oh, yeah. Cha-cha, real smooth.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Just a few moments away from the start of this basketball game was Rose-Hulman in the conference sitting at 5-5. The Spartans from Manchester sitting at 4-6. This is an extremely, extremely important game for conference seeding.
It is, especially for the tiebreaker, if it comes to that. You know, Rose-Hulman is currently 6th in the conference. And as we've mentioned before on this broadcast, that they take the top 6 in the conference for the tournament. So this is an important victory for Rose to get here at home.
We're going to step aside one last time as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. We'll be right back with the starters at the tip right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
Oh, quarter-pound double cheeseburger. Look at that.
Man, that looks juicy. What about this crispy tender sandwich?
I know. Oh, man, we both got tots. All for $2.99. This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love the Car Hop Classic.
It could be anyone. The star student. The all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
A to Z Construction performs free inspections and
5, CJ Hampton. I guard the junior number 20, Matthew Westman. I guard the senior number 24, Keaton Hall. And I guard the sophomore number 30, Jalen Owens. The Spartans are coached by Nate Conley. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. Starting at forward, the 6'7" junior from Harrison, Ohio, number 5, Jacob Back. At guard, the 6'2" senior from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 11, Michael Lake. At guard, the 6' junior from Loveland, Ohio, number 15, Craig McGee. At forward, the 6'5" freshman from Fishers, Indiana, number 30, Terry Hicks. And at forward, the 6'5" senior from Bloomfield, Indiana, number 40, Eli Combs. The Engineers are coached by Rusty Lloyd and assisted by John Lester.
Starting lineup as announced by the PA announcer for the Spartans. Ogunike, Hampton, Westman, Hall, and Owens. Jalen Owens, 6'1" sophomore, the Terre Haute North grad. Welcome home, Jalen Owens. For the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers, Back, Lake, McGee, Hicks, and Combs. Usual starting lineup. I think they started around the last 10 games or so. As this starting lineup has been very fruitful. We'll see a lot of guys coming off the bench for Coach Rusty Lloyd, as this Rose-Hulman team is quite deep.
They are, which is nice.
It is.
We need that.
Back in Ogunike.
Quick start here would be great for the Engineers to be able to get off to an early lead.
And how about this? Craig McGee starting the game off the ball.
That is a new wrinkle that we haven't seen yet.
Never seen it. Deep in the shot clock still, and McGee comes to get it. Jalen Owens staring him down. Got to get something up. Combs. Nice start. We'll take that. Eli Combs, a Bloomfield product. Still looking to find out. You know, our parents listen. We get word of a lot of things.
Here we go. That transition back.
Here we go. Yeah.
Bucket we were talking about. Boom, right there. Nice beginning to the Engineers.
5-0 Engineers. I was saying for Eli Combs, when did he get that green light from Coach Ron McBride? Did he get it before his senior season? I'm still wanting to find that out. So if somebody can let us know that, I'd be very
would be important to know.
When did he get that green light to step out from 3? Offensive rebound by Rose, giving another possession. Nice start so far. Up 5-0. Eli looking for back. Is a double team coming? It's a little late. Off the glass, no. Tip, no. Ogunike down with it.
I like going down low to back. We just left it a little short.
Coming across that curl, the hoist.
Nice rebound. You can hear a lot of talking already from both teams.
Yes, you can. You like to hear that, the communication by both squads.
You do.
Coming from guys on the court as well as the coaches, right?
Yes, exactly.
Michael Lake defended well, was not able to get off that three-point look. 10 seconds, that means it's Craig time. Eli from the opposite side missed that three. Hits.
Nice rebound with Hicks.
Goes up. Ow. Curls off the rim.
Man, thought he had that.
Here comes Owens. Almost a turnover, but Hampton is able to corral that. Very
Hampton,
strong young man.
Yeah, number 5 there. He's their leading scorer, averaging just over 12 points a game.
Very old. Boy, Jalen Owens took a shot there as he got that bucket to go. Then as he was getting ready to release down the court, he crashed into maybe the forearm of one of the engineers.
Yeah, I think he crashed into Jacob Bax.
That's the wrong guy. That's the wrong arm.
Yeah, I mean, he's built like a tank,
I know.
and he wasn't budging. But Jalen Owens, as we know from his days here at Terrell South, is not the biggest guy on the floor.
And Jacob Bax like the long arm of the law. There he is down low. Michael Lake, a little short. Good defensive rebound there by Hall for the Spartans.
Yeah, Rose-Hulman 0 of 5 for the last 5 attempts at field goal range.
Spartans moving the ball. A three-point attempt up and good by Matthew Westman.
Just like that, we're tied.
Yep.
In that quick start, and then Rose-Hulman went very cold.
Boy, going through the middle of the paint is like trying to swim through mud right now. A lot of resistance going through the paint. You love it. Under 10, here comes McGee off the front iron. Back, goes to get it, falls on the floor. Guys are on the floor, bodies flailing. That's what you want to see early in the game. Get on the floor and get after it. Ball goes the other direction.
But I tell you what, you don't want to see is what Rose-Hulman has done. They've had at least 3, if not 4, shots right within 2 feet of the bucket, but just haven't been able to get them to go.
Shot up by Hall off the front iron. Couple of substitutions. Callahan and Zarnecki came in the game with the last whistle. Still 5-5, just a shade under 16 minutes remaining in the first half. Still early in this pivotal contest. Engineers every possession except the transition going down to the last 10 seconds of the shot clock. McGee bails us out, finally gets on the board.
Yeah, McGee's first 2 points of the night, a nice smooth stroke there.
Westman guarded by Callahan. Long three that time is off the mark, and here comes McGee. Pitch out to Callahan, and love him to shoot that ball. Zarnecki the screen. Zarnecki tries to go up and get it. He does. He goes up and under. He goes up again, gets fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. Couldn't get the bunny to go. Engineers really hitting the boards hard, aren't they?
They are. I'm very impressed with that. They've got 9 rebounds so far compared to 4 for Manchester. It's just they've got to be able to knock these short little bunnies down.
Rims in for Zarnecki is into the game. Vuk Juric and Max Callahan, Lake and Combs. Take a seat. So already we're 9 deep here in the first 5 minutes of the basketball contest. Zarnecki hits a pair. Juric defends. Nice cut and almost a turnover there. The ball was grabbed by Cortez Buckner, and here comes McGee off of that errant shot. I love Juric running the paint, or running all the way to the rim with his hand up, presenting as an offensive option. It's off of Manchester, going back Rose's way. Jared Andis tried to throw it off of Chapman.
Chapman said, I'm not going to take it, you take it, and went right back at him. Great camera work.
That's right.
By our boys there.
Camera operators, Kanan Harper, Jace Harper, and Shane Glassburn doing a bang-up job here tonight. Tony Harper, our director. Oh, boy. Would have loved to see Zarnecki look for the ball there. He would have had a free run. Max Chaplin off the 17-footer gets hit. He'll get 2 free throws. Want to say thanks to our sponsors, A to Z Construction, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Refreshment Services, Pepsi, Riddell National Bank, Sonic Drive-Ins, York Automotive, and Union Health.
You know, you mentioned Rose-Hulman played 9. This has been a fast-paced game so far.
Yes.
This first 6 minutes. Much quicker tempo than I was expecting.
Kind of like a lot of movement, not quite as much work. A lot of movement, not as many points on the board as you would like to see. Chaplin does hit both. He commits the foul on the drive by Andis. No, it was a turnover, excuse me, folks.
Yeah, it was a travel call. I thought the same thing, Walt. I thought he did commit a foul, but apparently he was out of bounds.
Little pressure by the Spartans for the first time tonight. They'll fall into, well, I thought they would have fallen into a 2-3 zone to stay man. See if Engineers can get some ball movement, some player movement here. Down to 9 seconds. Zarnecki left block. Gets it to Juric. One dribble up and blocked. Callahan with the follow.
Nice follow by Callahan. I thought Juric was going to get that, but got swiped away, and a great follow by Callahan.
13-5, a nice start by the Engineers. Zarnecki strong defensively. Juric with the rebound.
Yeah, John really.
The lead ahead pass to Zarnecki. Chaplin in the corner. Nope, Juric.
Go up strong.
Go up. He does.
There you go.
There, he listened to you.
He knows. It's his cookies his mom made us a couple weeks ago.
Got a vested interest, don't we?
Exactly. But that was a great transition bucket.
Owens is tall for the travel as he was trying to go down the paint. Got bodied up, and here comes Hall back into the game. We're going to get a timeout, a full timeout by the Spartans. 15-5. Engineers up 10.
A to Z Construction performs free inspections and free estimates. A to Z welcomes all insurance work, specializing in all roofing systems, plus performing all other aspects of construction and remodeling. A to Z Construction is your Greater Wabash Valley roofing company. Call Shannon Combs for your free roofing inspection today. A to Z Construction, building the future together.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Troy, the Engineers up to 15-5 lead through the first 7 minutes. Your initial impressions of this game?
Yeah, well, I tell you, the Engineers are on a 10-0 run here in the last almost 3 minutes of the ball game. So started out fast, had a little lull in the action for the Engineers, but then again, gone up 10 points from this 10-0 run, looking to make it 12 or 13-0 right here in this possession would be great.
McGee getting his first breather of tonight's game. Sanford Ram in the basketball contest. Nice curl by Lake and a dive by Jurich. The left hand, no. The offensive rebound, no. Ram gets it back to Jurich. Still got 20 on the shot clock. Good call for the travel. So, no, the young man's got nice feet, nice hands.
He really does.
One step.
For a big man, you know, he's 6'7". He does not play like he's 6'7", or at least handle the ball like he's 6'7". But that time got caught with a little extra step.
Extra step.
But I've been impressed with Rose-Hulman's defense so far.
Guarding the three-point line. That's rule number 1 when you're facing Manchester. Jalen Owens steps into 17 feet off the back iron. Ogudike saves the rebound for him. He's going to put one up. That's long. Zarnecki comes down with it.
Nice board by John. It's important for this offense without Craig McKee in the ball game to make some headway. You know, keep this lead at 10 or more.
Ball tipped out of bounds. They were looking to Jurich. Defense is all over his back. Would have loved to see the ball go the other direction. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Back comes in for Jurich. See what the Engineers do with this out of bounds situation. Down to 5, back looks. Chappell gonna have to put it up. Not gonna get it up, he didn't get it up. He did not get the shot up. He got double teamed and he's gotta put that ball up. But was not able to get it up through the trees. And
yeah, it was good defense by Manchester. Yeah, Manchester's 1 of 8 in 3-point attempts.
That's 2 of 9.
Yeah, you could tell, couldn't you?
Good right there, boy.
We had the perfect angle at that one. That was pretty looking.
Back down on the block. He's going to go up strong. He gets fouled. Going to be an out-of-bounds situation. Good foul by Manchester before he could load up.
Yeah, that was probably a smart foul.
Oh, yeah.
On Manchester's part.
Zarnecki. They look underneath to Michael Lake. Didn't quite get it to him. And Chaplin misses that free throw line jumper. Spartans with an opportunity to dip this down to 2-possession game. Weren't able to do that on that 3.
Again, if you can hold Manchester to just that one and done.
Look out.
Oh
boy, a wraparound pass there. That's a tough pass in close quarters like that.
I like the thought process Max had because he was definitely going up against a bigger defender.
Still plenty of time on this shot clock for the Engineers to run some good action here. 13 now on the clock. We'll see if Michael Lake can make it happen. Sanford ran from 3, in and out. Good offensive board by Chaplin, but it was knocked away from him. Craig McGee and Terry Hicks will check back in. Both teams shooting below 30%. Engineers shooting 28%, and the Spartans shooting 23.
I was just looking to see what Ram had. I was shocked that he shot a threes. Only shot 18 threes for the season.
Tough step through there as Zarnecki presented some good defense. McGee.
McGee back in the ball game. So the Engineers did not score while he was on the bench.
Jacob back on the drive. They're saying the ball went off of him last. I'll fine with that call. I'm just shocked at Jacob back with the drive. I love it. But have you seen Jacob back dribble it from 15 feet to the basket like that?
Not regularly.
That was surprising to me. I wasn't ready for that. Manchester was. They were ready for that.
Rose-Hulman with 3 turnovers in the last 3 minutes.
Whew. Ball in and out there for Nathan Carball. Great pass to back as he was able to save that thing. And Michael Lake gets fouled. Interesting here, you look at the foul disparity. 4 fouls for the Spartans, none for the Engineers. That's interesting here halfway through the first half.
Well, it is, but those fouls have all taken place down low, most of them. And Manchester just hasn't played that way.
And that's one of those turnovers that the Engineers can ill afford to have. That's turnover number 5 for the Engineers. They've got 5 turnovers and 5 made buckets.
Yeah, and they've got 4 of those turnovers in the last 4 minutes. Manchester's 1 of 10.
Oh,
what a block!
Back. Get out of here!
Wow, nice block by Jacob. He's been playing well.
He has.
This half, I really enjoy that.
Quick 30-second timeout. We'll take it. We'll leave it here. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, let's keep it right here. Let's talk about again. Both teams have gone cold here all of a sudden. Rose-Hulman's 0 of 4 of their last 4, I should say. Manchester's the same. They're 0 of their last 4. Actually, 1 of their last 11. So both teams have been. Rose-Hulman, I feel like, has been stuck on 15 for quite a few minutes, and Manchester is obviously not lighting it up either.
Rose-Hulman did not score in the last 4 minutes and 8 seconds. That is not the way you want this to go after a great
the
start.
pace that this game has been going. You've got to be able to score.
Ball was on the floor for a moment. Rose couldn't grab it. There's Jacob back.
Steal.
All the way down. Could have gotten the foul, but Michael Lake there to clean it up.
Oh, he's going to get a steal again.
Look at Jacob back. The defensive prowess.
Well, Manchester threw it off the guy's head, and Jacob just happened to be right there, the right place at the right time.
Craig McGee and C.J. Hampton there get tied up with the ball. The ball's going to stay here as C.J. grabbed that ball and lifted Craig up off the ground. Oh, man. Yeah, when your guy is stronger than our guy, that's what happens right there.
Yeah, exactly right.
Combs back in the game, a couple dribbles in the paint, pivots back, and
nice. That's his move right there. Eli loves that, going to the left and back up to the right.
He's got a soft touch done.
Sure does.
Foul there. Quick whistle. Cortez Buckner gets called for the foul. A little push off. Oh, excuse me, that was on Carball.
Yeah, Nate Conley, head coach of Manchester, his first year as head coach.
Yep.
He's none too happy with the foul.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either.
Calls at the moment, 5 for Manchester,
you gotta
0.
Milk that. You got to milk that. Please,
you do.
Calls here for your team. McGee from right inside the three-point line. There's the call over the back by Eli Combs.
And that was a legitimate call.
Yeah, it was.
Eli was out of position a little bit there and tried to make up for it by going up and over, but first foul on Rose-Hulman. I think you would take that if you're 8 minutes left in the first half.
Oh, and McGee gets called for a hand check.
Now here they go.
Yeah, Cortez Buckner was getting ready to blow by him, and he impeded his progress. That's 2 fouls in the last, 12 seconds or so?
Yeah, right after we mentioned Coach Conley was getting on the officials.
Good duck in by Ogunike. They couldn't quite get him the ball. His back tipped it away. 7 on the shot clock. 17-footers up and no good. Lake with the rebound and the push ahead.
Rose-Hulman with 22 rebounds already compared to 9 for Manchester.
Little push shot by McGee. 21-8 now. Engineers starting to score again.
Engineers are on a 6-0 run in the last minute and a half.
Hall with the 3, no good. Back with another rebound.
Manchester just could not hit anything here in the last 5 minutes.
You know, we talked about water will find its level. They shoot the 3 at about a 33% clip. You'd think in the second half they're going to knock some down. So the Engineers need to maybe pad this cushion as much as possible here.
Yeah, exactly. They've got to do is stay within their offense and play like they have the first.
McGee with 2, gets one up. Nope. Shot clock violation. Is good defense on the ball as Rose-Hulman had absolutely nothing going there. Would have loved to see Terry Hicks look for a shot when he got the ball on the left wing with around 8 seconds. He comes out, and Sam Ram coming in. I think Coach Lloyd agrees with me there. Look for your shot there, young man, deep in the shot clock. Jalen Owens with a pump fake. Hall, deep 3, pure. That's just good offense.
It was, and they're going to look to that three-point shot, as you mentioned.
You hold the ball too long, and that's what happens. You turn it over, stare down that post man instead of throwing the ball right into him. Let's see what the Spartans can do here. Hampton into paint, gets bodied up and goes the other way. Here comes McGee, a blur with strength. Michael Lake from the left side, nope.
Follow your shot, Michael.
Here come the Spartans, Jalen Owens. He'll spot up. Sam Ram down with the rebound. Let's see if
they are not afraid to put that thing up quickly, are they?
Yeah, if you got Jalen Owens coming out in transition, I tell him to shoot that as well.
Well, I agree, I would, but not when you're shooting 19% from the field at the moment.
Ball tipped out of there now with 10. Engineers, another deep shot clock situation. McGee called for a screen. Goes right between, gets in the paint, and a great block by Hampton. Hall on the left side, stops and drives.
Nice defense.
Sam Ram gets out of there with it.
Combs was right there to disrupt that shot. Ooh. Exactly what they needed. Again, Rose-Hulman kind of slowing it down, getting into their offense.
I would love to see the same offense that we use when McGee is out of the game.
Exactly.
Spread that core, get some more ball movement. Too much standing around right now. Ram gets impeded, he'll get fouled. We'll get an out-of-bounds situation with a new 20-second shot clock. When Craig's out of the game, they use a more of a free-flowing offense. A lot of things that you see other teams that deploy against us. A lot of cutting, a lot of screens, a very open floor. But when McGee's in the game, a lot of times he has the ball at the top of the key with everybody looking at him. Would love to see us spread this thing out a little bit. Ram with the drive. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. A little miscommunication there. He thought Jacob Back was going to
nice hustle by Back going into the stands.
Sometimes that's just knowing your personnel. You think if Jacob Back sets you a screen at 17 feet, most likely he's going to the basket.
You would think. Most likely he is. And he should.
Yep. Hall looks to Hampton. Woo, he goes right into the chest of Jacob Back and collects that foul. That's good offense. Rusty Lloyd doesn't like that call. That's a
no, you're exactly right. It is good offense. Jacob was just a half a second slow there and tried to sell it, but nobody was buying.
No, not quite. Not quite.
He's not going to get an Oscar for that in a couple weeks.
Inbound situation. Let's see what the Spartans get out of this. Ram all over Owens. See if he can stay with him coming out that screen. Agunike throws up another one and hits another one. And a quick timeout by Coach Conley will take it with him. 4 minutes even on the clock. Engineers up 7.
It's employee pricing for everyone at York Chevy Buick on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Our Christmas gift to you is 2019 Silverados up to $12,000 off. Buick Encore, $99 a month. Equinoxes as low as $169 per month. And Chevy Trax as low as $99 per month. On US Highway 40 in Brazil, where we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
4 minutes to go in the first half. Engineers up 21-14. Engineers also have the ball and are looking at some full court defense. Let's see if the Spartans trap out of this. And what they deploy in the half court said if we get this ball across. Right, they're going to stay in the man. Nice double team on McGee. Sanford Ram been getting really good minutes in the last few games.
And productive minutes too for Sam.
McGee now with 4, got to make something happen. Trying to pull a rabbit out of a hat, and he does.
Poof! That was magic.
Might have been the Easter Bunny.
Magic-alicious or something. Wow, nice bank shot there for McGee's 7th point.
That ball from C.J. Hampton hit kind of like the bottom of the rim and found a way to curl through there. Eli Combs was open in the post and couldn't get the ball to him. McGee goes baseline, stripped, and a turnover. Spartans down 8, Owens with the ball. Great dive by Ogunike, and the foul, Jacob back.
Yeah, it was a nice, tough play there by Ogunike. You know, he's a big boy.
He is.
It's sick. He's listed at 6'6", but
not a beanpole either. He's got some, some muscle mass to it.
He needs to play down low, in my opinion, and could be a force down there.
Completes a three-point play. The lead now is 5. Engineers desperately need to close this half out right and have a decent lead at the end of the half. Let's see how we execute over the last 3 minutes. Blake down with 10. McGee left wing, got to give the ball up, lost a dribble, and we turned the ball over. A soft pass to back, easy turnover and steal by Hampton.
It's the 9th turnover of the half for the Engineers.
Strong take and a lefty finger roll, C.J. Hampton. Lead down to 3.
Back-to-back buckets by Hampton. His first 2 of the night.
McGee up and under. His left hand shot is good. (26-21), just a shade under 2 minutes to go.
Manchester 4 of their last 4 field goals.
Hampton feeling it.
They've suddenly found the bottom of the net.
You know, it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time before guys start knocking down shots. Engineers are locked up in a tight one now. 2-point game. What a closeout to the half by the Spartans. Jalen Owens, he tried to keep it in bounds. He couldn't. It's going to be Out of bounds situation for the Engineers. I thought the referee missed that one for a moment there.
Yeah, the ref was a little late on that call.
He was a little bit late on that.
But you're right, Rose-Hulman has just not been able to score here. And Manchester has, again, 5 of the last 5 field goals. They're right back in this ball game.
Ball tipped out of bounds. Officials tonight are Gossard, Enrique, and Etherington. Oh boy, almost a steal by Ogudike. Live hands. 7 on the shot clock. Oh, we got bailed out. We got bailed out. C.J. Hampton bailed us out by fouling Stanford Red. That's his first foul. Only Spartan in foul trouble is, who was this, Whitney. Des Moines Whitney has 2. Ram makes the first free throw.
Ram a 55% free throw shooter on the year.
Didn't look like it there, did he? Boy. Gonna be joined at the half. We'll have a special halftime guest. The commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, Mr. Jay Jones, will join us here at the half. We'll have an interview with him. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Last minute, the Spartans get the offensive rebound. Ogudike once again, he's long though, Chaplin with the board. We'll see how the Engineers close out this half with Craig McGee on the bench. Got at least one offensive possession here. Would need to score here in the worst way, Troy.
Yeah, we really do. We need to get some momentum going into halftime. They have played well this first half for the most part, but it's important to get a momentum, especially with McGee on the bench.
Nothing doing. Chaplin with 5. Got to make a move, Max. Got to make a move, Max. He hoists one up. Got one on the glass. We got the offensive board. Michael Lake throws it up. And what a big bucket for Michael Lake.
Michael Lake, again, right time, right place.
Good foul there by the Engineers. Only with 5 team fouls now, impeding the progress, stopping the progress of Cortez Buckner. They have to take the ball out with 4.8 to go. You still have a foul to work with. Will we use the foul?
Those Engineers, they're smart.
Yeah, they are.
You know, they know how to play this game.
Hall, now foul him. Ooh, just short. Just short.
Okay, that's all right.
Woo. Kind of dodged a bullet there. It was a great look by Keaton Hall. He comes up just a little bit short, and we go to half with a 7-point lead. 31-24, Engineers on top. We'll take a quick break and come back with an interview with the commissioner right after this.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
Sonic just introduced tachos. Look at that cheese sauce.
Bacon, too, so crispy.
And Baja Blend.
Love those spicy jalapenos.
Tachos. It's like I'm saying nachos, but I'm not.
It's not that much like you're saying nachos.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
31-24 at halftime. Walter Gordon here with the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, Mr. Jay Jones. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And nice first half we have here between these two rivals.
Yeah, once they got on track a little bit, it's kind of a rocky start. Tough shooting at first. I think we took the lids off the basket there, and they finally started making some things, so it got fun.
It's always fun in the game of basketball when guys are making shots.
Yeah, clearly it is, yeah.
And when you look at, Jay, the state of the conference right now, really men's basketball, where we'll talk about that first, and everybody jockeying for postseason seedings. Obviously, the top 6 go to the HCAC postseason tournament. It's wide open. It's got to be great for you right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. In fact, as one of the things you do as a commissioner is you start looking at what are possible tiebreakers, who's going to go where in the seedings are they going. And I looked at it last weekend and said anything can happen. So Franklin's very good at the top, and they're having one of the better seasons they've had in a while.
Right.
But beyond that, boy, it goes in a million directions with the men.
One thing we've kind of been joking around here, in the next couple of weeks, the word that you'll hear more than anything else is scenarios. There are 1,000 scenarios to how this thing will be able to finish up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And for us in the HCAC, we really look at the scenarios for who's 6th, who's 7th, who's 5th, because as you say, those top 6 go forward. So that's where you start watching.
And then on the women's side, obviously Transylvania, the cream of the crop. Still, anything could happen. Hanover might be able to nip them in the heel there, later on in the season. But Transylvania very tough. But then after that, after Transy and Hanover, those 3 through 6 seeds is going to be a war.
Yeah, and I'm really proud of the national attention that Transylvania's getting. Obviously, when you're a league commissioner, when you get that rises all ships. So I'm happy with that, and it's deserved. They're a fantastic team. And then a lot of parity in our middle of the women's bracket.
You know, you mentioned that, the national attention. When you go to different meetings and we have a member school that is doing so well and getting the national recognition, what are some of the things that you hear about the conference?
Yeah, so our conference is unique in where it's situated in our country, in the Midwest, close to the NCAA office. And we've done a lot of things prior to me as a conference to kind of position us with a great national reputation for service, for things that beyond the court, in the classroom as well. So that's nice. What that does, ironically, is when you need a little nudge in the rankings or someone's trying to choose between two, they say, hey, that conference is doing good things. So I luckily got to come in and inherit that legacy, and that's pretty neat.
When you look at the state of the conference, you know, you're obviously this is your first year, as you mentioned here, at the head of this conference. What are the kind of your vision, your short-term, long-term visions for where you want this conference to go?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, as a league, our administrators are a really veteran group. We have great collegiality between our schools. So my job is to come in and take advantage of that. I say they're a veteran group. We have some of our athletic directors that are already telling me, hey, I'm a year or two from retiring. So one of the things you do as a commissioner is you build a conference family so that any advance you got, new administrators can come in and run with that. So that's one thing, is take advantage of the veteran leadership we have to go forward as a league. The other thing is improve our reputation nationally on the fields and courts. How do we make sure that when we, and I'll use football as an example, how do you make sure that when you get a team into the postseason that you don't draw Mount Union as your first week, right?
Right.
Because I think we're playing at a higher level. So there's a little bit of politicking that you do to help us in the postseason there. I really like, and one of the things I'm really having fun with is just the relationship between our coaches. People wouldn't believe this because they're rivals, but they joke, they kid around, but they want this league to be better, and they're willing to work together to do it. That's unique to us, and it's why I say, you know, it's cliche, but we really are the heart of Division III here in the Heartland Conference, and that's a lot of fun as a commissioner.
You know, you mentioned football and not drawing Mount Union. We talked to Jeff Sokol here, the coach of Rose-Hulman football team, and he talked about scheduling teams like Mount Union and St. John's in the hopes that, if you get into the postseason tournament, then you get a better draw. You're not playing one of those type teams. So that kind of goes along with what you're saying.
And I greatly appreciate Coach Sokol doing that. And I'm encouraging our other coaches to do the same. We're getting ready to enter a series, a challenge series, with the Michigan Intercollegiate Conference. Okay. This is a conference that's good, but they're on par with us, and I think we can win most of those games, or a lot of them, and those kind of things help. So again, appreciate Coach Sokol saying, hey, if you're going to be the best, you've got to beat the best, and he tries and equates himself well.
When if I can kind of draw on that, what you just mentioned, that the interconference matchups that you're kind of alluding to, can you shed some light on that? Will that be across all sports? Will you pick a certain number per year, or how would that work?
Yeah, so it started a couple of years back, actually, before me as a conversation. I came in and luckily get to put the bow on it. But Earlham, when they drop football, that puts us at 8 football members. Most leagues have 9 or 10, and because of that, we're sitting with a hole on our schedule for all of our teams. Right. So they say, hey, is there anything the conference can do to help us with that? The answer is, and what's worked out nicely, is an arrangement with the MIAA. We'll play them in week 3 each year. They also have 8 football playing teams, so it's just a really good marriage. It's football only at this point, but I'm interested to see where it goes.
Okay. And so when you look at, we talk about postseason in basketball. We look at, kind of the conference postseason in track and field. We'll be here at Rose-Hulman hosting the indoor and outdoor track and field HCAC championships this year. Very excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited about a couple of things coming up that I want to tell your viewers in Vigo County. In fact, what brought me over today to Terre Haute is that we're hosting swimming here at the Vigo County Aquatic Center. That's the 13th, 14th, and 15th of February. Then the following week, you're right, indoor track and field back here at Rose-Hulman. And then basketball is the week of the 24th, and we'll see who's playing there and where.
And that's exciting times for you as a first-year commissioner. Yeah. And I know that you're kind of on the ground running, trying to get things all established and kind of going in a billion different directions. It's got to be an exciting time for you, though.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. And again, a conference with great relationships between the schools, and in a business where, as a conference commissioner, they compete with each other and literally have a scoreboard. So not everyone's meant to get along every day. And in this league, they usually do, and that's just a lot of fun for me.
Jay Jones, the 4th commissioner of the HCAC, is our halftime guest. And Jay, thanks a lot for coming over to talk to us, and best of luck for the rest of the season, and here is your tenure as a commissioner.
Thanks so much, Walt. I appreciate it, and appreciate the coverage you're giving to our teams here. Thank you.
It's halftime. We'll be back with some stats and analysis real quick. Get you set for the second half. This is Manchester at Rose on the Indiana Sports Network.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
A to Z Construction performs free inspections and free estimates. A to Z welcomes all insurance work, specializing in all roofing systems, plus performing all other aspects of construction and remodeling. A to Z Construction is your Greater Wabash Valley Roofing Company. Call Shannon Combs for your free roofing inspection today. A to Z Construction, building the future together.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
31-24, Engineers up. It was been an interesting first half, some ebbs and flows back and forth there, Troy.
It sure was. You know, Rose-Hulman came out, started hot, scored the first 5 points, and then was stuck on 5 for quite a while.
Yeah.
And then went on a 10-0 run, and then
got stuck on 15 for a while.
Yeah. And then Manchester went on a little run. So, you know, Rose-Hulman obviously led in scoring by Craig McGee with 9 points. Combs and Lake both had 5. You know, Rose-Hulman played 10 players in that half, and 9 of them scored.
Wow.
Which is impressive. I mean, we need that balanced scoring as a team. You know, McGee is actually almost, he has 8 rebounds, so he's 1 point and 2 rebounds away from a double-double again, which is pretty normal for him.
Yep.
You know, they're just going to have to keep the defensive pressure, which they had done well probably that first 15 minutes of the first half.
Yep.
They just kind of got lax there at the end, but going to have to keep it for a full 20 minutes here come this second half.
We'll take a quick break and come back with the second half of play. This is Rose-Hulman basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Coming out for the second half of play, we're keeping our eye on the women's game as well. Rose-Hulman is at Manchester, and they're at the half right now. The score is 32-24, and Manchester is on top there. Score is 31-24, Rose on top here as we begin play the second half. First half begins second half begins what the first half does.
Exactly, and Manchester missed and a Rose-Hulman rebound.
And Rose without McGee on the ball to start off.
Rose-Hulman out rebounded Manchester 30-12 in that first half.
Wow. One and done there on that attempt. A little double high screen for McGee. Love to see the Engineers get some earlier offense than we did in the first half. Just way too many possessions deep in the shot clock. McGee misses that one, and Ogudike corrals it, excuse me.
McGee likes to do that little short
little push shot.
Push, yeah, and it's just not been that effective for him tonight.
C.J. Hampton dials one up.
It's Hampton's third three-pointer of the night. He has 10 points.
First guy in double figures, either team, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Michael Lake from the left corner is no, and off of Ogunike, he says, my bad, as he couldn't quite grip the ball, and Engineers going to get another possession with 20 on the shot clock. Michael Lake, excuse me, Craig McGee taking the ball out of bounds, baseline left. Oh boy, would have loved to see a pass to back, maybe a lob. Not sure if it was there, but a better opportunity than the drive that ends up out of bounds.
Yeah, I agree. It would have
swatted.
We've just got to get more consistent offense from someone other than Craig. Just for when he's not in the ball game.
Yeah, that stretch when he wasn't in the ball game in the first half was ragged.
It really was.
That was rough. That was rough. So I hear what you're saying.
Well, that's good because you're sitting right next to me, so I hope you hear everything that I say.
Yeah. McGee makes a pair. First Engineer in double figures. Hampton another three. Boom. Little pick and roll action with Owens and Hampton paying dividends there. Manchester down 3.
Rose-Hulman's got to come up with a stop. Whew. All right.
What a curl off of McGee, and he's able to use the English off the ball as it just glides through the paint and gets that and one opportunity.
And he takes advantage of that and one, yeah.
That's a big three-point play there.
It sure was. It gives him 14 points to lead the Engineers.
How do you roll this screen and roll? I love the fact that they went to it again. You go to it until we stop it. There's another gentleman. That time it was Matthew Westman. He's able to knock that down. He's got 5 now. Oh, bad entry pass and a turnover. Here comes Hampton. Doesn't have numbers. Now he's going to try to create it. Hall off the screen.
Again.
Oh, we did it. Oh boy, that was. I was getting ready to say we need a timeout.
Yeah, I agree.
was getting ready to ask for a timeout there. That was going down.
I was afraid they were going to throw right back up to Hampton because he was wide open after setting that pick.
Ogunike getting blown by as he had to hold. Got the matchup that we wanted on the screen. Both teams shooting 33% from the field and close to that from 3. Combs.
Oh.
Ooh. Over that left shoulder, and Hampton comes away with it.
He loves that shot. We mentioned that in the first half. Usually it falls down for him, but just not quite that time. Nice defense.
Hall short on that 3 in the corner. You can't expect that too many more times. A strong move by Terry Hicks. There's the freshman. There's the aggressive move we want to see.
Yeah, get a little momentum going our way. Love that. Taking it all the way down. Had a man open in the corner, but.
Terry Hicks, folks, this young man is a freshman. Stands 6'5" and has some good strength to him, good muscle mass. And I'm telling you what, when he gets his head going downhill.
Right. You give him another year or two to bulk up, and he's going to be a force just like the other guys he's playing along with right now.
Hicks, an integral part, as he couldn't fight through that screen, is an integral part of what Royce Lloyd wants to do. Here is the Engineers are up 7, 39-32, 16-28 to go. Zarnecki coming in for back. Zarnecki played 9 minutes in the first half, scored 2 points, and collected 2 rebounds. Boy, they're screen and roll everywhere. Everything is screen and roll. At that time, you had Des Moines Whitney going to get a couple free throws.
You know, it's interesting, Walt, in the first half, Manchester only shot 1 free throw. They made it. Rose-Hulman shot 10 and made 10.
Yeah.
And Rose is 4 of 4, already in this half at the free throw line. Rose not normally the free throw shooting team that we would like to see, but so far tonight,
we'll take it.
We will take it, yeah.
Sanford Ram coming in the game for Michael Lake. Here comes the pressure by the Spartans.
Kind of some token pressure there. Rose-Hulman easily gets it across half court.
McGee, there's that push shot against. Just curls over the rim, why don't you? He's got 16 now. Leads all scorers. Ooh, boy, I'm telling you what, C.J. Hampton is a strong young man. Oh, my goodness.
That was a tough foul, I'll be honest. I don't think Hicks really fouled him, but C.J. just kind of bowled him over.
Yep. If you're in the way, you're carnage.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Another I'm telling you what, folks. Rose-Hulman is dodging bullet after bullet. These shots are not going down for Manchester right now, and I'm just nervous that at some point they will. Whitney gets called for the foul, gets locked up with Zarnecki down low. That last miss was by Matthew Westman.
You know, we saw this same thing in the first half, Walt, where Manchester just got cold as ice, and Rose-Hulman wasn't able to necessarily take advantage of it. But now we're going to need Rose to take advantage of it, because you have a feeling Manchester's not going to go away easily. We see Manchester with the ball at the top of the key. Another three-pointer by Jalen Owens, their Terre Haute North grad. That's now his 5th point, his second three-pointer, or excuse me, first three-pointer of the game.
Made that right in front of his coach. Todd Wolfley just walked into the gymnasium 5 minutes ago with his boys, and Owens made that right in front of him. Westman now. Back-to-back buckets for the Spartans. Here they come charging.
Again, Rose-Hulman knocked this down. There you go.
We needed that.
Yes,
Eli Combs. His second 3.
He has 8 points for the night.
Uh-oh. Step back jack for J.O. Woo! 46-41, 14-11 to go. A quick timeout by Coach Conley. We'll be right back after this.
It's employee pricing for everyone at York Chevy Buick on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Our Christmas gift to you is 2019 Silverados up to $12,000 off. Buick Encore, $99 a month. Equinoxes as low as $169 per month. And Chevy Trax as low as $99 per month. On US Highway 40 in Brazil, where we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
A big thank you to our sponsors, A to Z Construction, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Refreshment Services, Pepsi, Riddell National Bank, Sonic Drive-Ins, Union Health, and York Automotive. There are transportation sponsors for each and every game. They have locations in Brazil, Greencastle, and Crawfordsville. Kanan Harper, Jace Harper, and Shane Glassburn providing all the pictures that you see. Tony Harper directing all the action here tonight. Sanford Ram getting hounded, and Engineers trying to preserve and expand on this 5-point lead. Hicks in the paint in another bucket. Terry Hicks having himself a half.
Sure is. It's a nice little move, inside move. Hicks
That's 3 in a row.
Yeah, Hicks has 7 points.
Oh, Aaron shot by Weston. Yep, here we go. Combs traveled, he got away with it. Didn't get away with the charge. As he caught the ball and traveled the ball, but a turnover is a turnover, and ends up with a foul. You know, I remember in the first half, Terry Hicks passed up in the shot late in the shot clock, and Rosie Lloyd took him out after that, and I think that helped him out. They must have talked to him during the break, because Terry Hicks is a different man out here in the second half. This is the Terry Hicks that makes us a different team, quite frankly.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Three-pointer is off the back of the backboard and corralled by Keaton Hall. He's going to end up with 2 free throws off of this.
Rose-Hulman clinging to a 48-41 lead with 13:15 to go here in the second half. You got to feel like Manchester's going to make that run.
Yeah.
Like they did in the first half, and again, Rose-Hulman's going to have to counter that. Excuse me.
Boy, if I'm Coach Lloyd, I'm telling Terry Hicks to stay ready, because boy, he made a very big impression on this beginning of the second half. Love to see him get some more minutes here very soon. Still more pressure by the Spartans. 3 to get it across, we do. All the way down the paint, the ball is in the hands of Zarnecki, and he gets one up. Whitney took the worst of that and got the foul, as he got hit in the chops, I think, with Zarnecki going up. He's checking for blood and doesn't see anybody. He's going to have to go out because he just collected his 4th foul.
John Zarnecki, again, in the right place at the right time. Just happened to be right there to give Rose-Hulman a 50-43 lead.
Big John completes 3-point play. How many times we've said completes 3-point play today? A lot.
And Rose-Hulman continues to be perfect from the line. 15 of 15.
Steal.
There you go. Push it up.
Leak out for Jurich. The soft hand of the big freshman.
I love his enthusiasm.
Me too.
The way he plays the game, it's fun to watch.
Ball comes off. McGee, here he got his head up. Jurich run the floor again. Got Zarnecki. Oh! Good hands by the Spartans. They steal that away. Took 2 points off the board.
McGee was dropping dimes down there.
He is. Westman. Now to Owens. Ooh, a hand check. Oh, boy. Nathan Carball was held by Vuk Jurich. He picks up his first foul.
Craig McGee with the double-double now, 16 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists.
Uh-oh. Got out on Owens a little bit too late. How do you leave the shooter? You got to stay attached to the shooters.
I think
Owens and Hall.
We got to tell Coach Wolfley to go back outside. Once he came in, his alum, Jalen Owens, hasn't missed.
McGee all the way, a hot knife through butter. Ball still moving. McGee tips it away. Zarnecki with the help. Vuk picks up oh boy, a nice pass to Owens, and that one comes off the front iron, and Vuk picks it up. 11 minutes to go, 55-46, Engineers up 9. Ooh. Jurich with the drive. He gets fouled, will get 2 free throws. Ogunike couldn't quite stay in front of him, had to commit the foul. That's his 4th foul. So we've got Ogunike with 4, Whitney with 4. Spells trouble for the Spartans. The Engineers trying to get a split of the season series. Lost to Manchester 83-79 in December, and now Coach Conley wants a timeout. Down 9 with 10 to 15 to go. The Spartans will take a timeout. We will as well. Back after this.
Oh, quarter-pound double cheeseburger. Look at that.
Man, that looks juicy. What about this crispy tender sandwich?
I know. Oh, man, we both got tots all for $2.99. This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love the Car Hop Classic.
Center for Sports Medicine is proud to be the official sports medicine provider for Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, the certified athletic trainer for the Fighting Engineers. This is Scott Keller, Samir Bavici, MD, and Jerry Palmer, MD, from the Union Medical Group Service Team Doctors, Union Health, caring for Rose-Hulman athletes. Jurich misses the free throw. Engineers still up 9.
Their largest lead has been 13 on the night.
Westman off.
Manchester has yet to lead at all. We hope it stays that way.
Me too. Halfway through this shot clock, Chaplin's got to make something happen. Rose-Hulman now with 10, not into anything. This is a rough-looking possession right here. Everybody's searching, and Michael Lace assist by Vuk Jurich.
Give him a go with 10 minutes left in this half. 57-46, Engineers.
Ooh, you're just not stopping that. You're just not stopping that. If you give him the baseline like that, you got no shot.
He's got enough body control to be able to move, keep the defender away from the ball. Nice player.
Vuk couldn't squeeze it. Here comes the transition. Lake with a great foul. It's going to be a 1-and-1 as opposed to a 2-shot foul because of Mike Lake's brain. Didn't want to give up the opportunity for a 3-point play. You foul him early and wrap him up.
Yep. Was a nice Blake's second personal foul.
Engineers, the women, outscored Manchester 19-10 in the third quarter, have outscored them 4-2 in the fourth, and are up 47-44 early in the fourth quarter. We'll keep monitoring that game to see if the women can get this big win on the road. That would be huge for the confidence and for the standings if Rose-Hulman, the women, can get the win in Northern Indiana tonight. Here the men clinging to a 7-point lead. Zarnecki on the right block, not going anywhere, but he goes over his defender. If you can't go through him, go over him.
Puts Rose-Hulman back up by 9, 59-50, 9 minutes to go. I don't think Manchester's going to go away, though, Walt.
No, they're not. Foop cuts off the drive. Here comes Hampton with 10. Stay down, John. There you go. Oh, a big rebound by Carball. Not having Jalen Owens on the floor makes a big difference for the Spartans. Here they come with 10. Ball in the hands of Buckner. Now they get it to He travels.
Yeah, nice call.
Carball travels with the basketball. That's turnover number 9 for the Spartans. 13 for the Engineers, 9 for the Spartans. Engineers need to go the next 8-29 without any turnovers because they're creeping up close. They're on pace for 18-19. That's not good.
Yeah, they've got 13 so far.
That's not good.
For the game, compared to 8 total for Manchester.
Callahan on the block. Gets a smaller defender, goes right over him. Got the matchup that you wanted, now an 11-point lead once again. Whitney's short. Juric couldn't quite elevate enough to get that ball from Ogudike. Oh boy, a nice pass down to Whitney. He didn't think the ball was coming his direction and wasn't quite ready for that one, I don't think.
Manchester gonna put the press in here as Craig McGee comes back into the ball game. Down 11, Manchester's looking to try to disrupt Rose-Hulman. They're 6 of 6 in their last field goals, the Engineers are.
We talked about how streaky this team can be. Evidence of it right there, Chaplin. He gets fouled, going to get a couple free throws potentially. We're in the bonus, he'll get at least 1. Hopefully he gets 2. Not a good foul there if you're this.
No, not that far away from the basket either. Again, they're down 11, 61-50 with 7:30 to go.
Max Chaplin, a dead eye.
3 or 3 from the line tonight. That's his only points have come from the line.
Go.
4-4. Gives Rose-Hulman the largest lead of the game. Or excuse me, ties it at 13 points.
Ball swings around the perimeter. They get it inside. A great block by Big John Zarnecki. Zarnecki having a nice little game, 7 points, 7 rebounds. Collects at least his first block. Juric looks to make a move. Oh, the left hand is good. The left hand of the freshman. Ambidextrous. Why don't you?
I like how he muscled his way down there too. Wasn't afraid to take it down low.
Oh boy, the ball is just rimming out. Keaton Hall having a hard time tonight, folks. He's 1 of 9 from the field, 1 of 8 from 3, and I'm telling you, Keaton Hall is just having a hard night.
As a team, they're just shooting 33% still. Rose-Hulman's upped at this half. They're at 47% for the game, and they're on an 8-0 run here in the last 3 minutes.
60% of the field goal attempts by the Spartans have been 3-point looks. 60%, Troy.
Whew. I know, we knew they'd be shooting a lot. And now they're gonna have to, being down 15 with 6 minutes to go. They're gonna.
Oh. Manchester #1 in the conference in three-point attempts. And it wasn't even close coming in. 42% of their attempts are threes, and they've ratcheted that up here tonight with the amount of threes they've taken, or the percentage of them, I should say. Conversely, Rose-Hulman last in the conference in three-point attempts. You know, with the size that we have and the way we play, a lot of deep shot clocks. Just don't hoist nearly as many teams, a lot of teams in this conference. Dead last. C.J. Hampton, mid-range jumper, nope. Engineers up 15.
Yeah, 65-50 with 5:40 to go. Be a perfect time, you're right, Walt, to just kind of put it away. That'll help.
18 now. McGee now with 21 points, 11 rebounds.
11-0 run for the Engineers over the last 4 minutes of the ball game.
Westman. This is a big win potentially for the Engineers. Still got 5 minutes of change to go.
Yeah, and we know as hot as Manchester can get, it's not over.
Nope.
But you're right, if Rose-Hulman can pull this one out here at home, it would be a big win.
Timeout on the floor, we'll take them with him. 5:04 to go, Engineers up 16.
Everybody clap your hands. Cha-cha now, y'all. Turn it out. Oh, yeah. Cha-cha, real smooth.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
I'm going to take this time to tell the HCAC to look out for the Lady Engineers. They're up 56-47 and 3:54 to go in the fourth quarter, as they're looking to put up conference win number 3. Nola Wilson, Hannah Woody, and Desiree Webster all in double figures tonight, as the Lady Engineers looking to get a big, big victory. This would put them at 3-8 in the conference. And they start to move up the standings just a little bit with a big game this weekend against Mount St. Joe's. Rose still looking to score and getting fouled right there.
Yeah, the Lady Engineers would gain a lot of confidence.
Absolutely.
Tonight.
Absolutely.
Squad.
Manchester, Troy, is third in the conference in the women's side. They came in the game at 5-5. That's, fourth in the conference. If we can knock them down to 5-6 and move up to 3-8, this thing's not over. I'm telling you, we still have an outside chance at that 6th spot. Boy, I tell you, just never know what can happen. As
they could be, spoiler alert.
Could be. You're looking at Anderson is home against Defiance. And so just some games of note that are. Oh boy, look at Jacob Back. Jacob Back is
what a play.
I'm telling you what, this young man hasn't scored much here tonight. He's only got 3 points and 2 rebounds.
He has played 20 minutes tonight, and he has played a hard 20 minutes.
He has.
And has been a very impactful player all around the ball.
There you go. Give him the ball. Let him go to work. Oh, he travels. He turned the ball over. Good step out on Hall. And there's Jacob back on the floor. Look at Jacob back on the floor. You're not getting that ball from him. All you can do is tie him up. You can tie him up, but you're not going to grab the ball from him.
Rose-Hulman gets the ball on the tie-up.
What are you going to do when those 24-inch pythons get a hold of you?
69-52, 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Rose-Hulman again looking to put this one away late here in the second quarter. Talking about the girls too much, maybe think about the quarters.
Well, that pass to McGee to back almost caved in Jacob's chest. That was a hard pass. Oh, mercy. Looking to put this game away as Arneke gets fouled. That'll be 2 shots. Engineers, and you know, when you look at where the men are in the standings, they're sitting in the 6th spot right now at 5-5. Looking to move that to 6-5 here in a moment, I'm hoping. As we have a big game with Mount St. Joe's coming up on Saturday. Women's men's doubleheader. On Saturday is senior day. On Saturday.
Wow, big day for the...
That's right. The Lions coming in, and hopefully be the Engineers that roar.
Yeah, because the Engineers' schedule here at the end of the, again, this month of February coming up is not
and we'll talk about their schedule in a moment. We'll be right back after this.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
71-52 is the score here, 3:48 to go. You're talking about the schedule, Troy, is brutal down the stretch.
Yeah, it sure is. Obviously, we got Mount St. Joseph here on Saturday, but then we're at Anderson, at Transylvania, host Franklin for the final home game, the 12th, and then at Defiance, Earlham, and Hanover to finish the month of February. Franklin and Hanover, obviously the top 2 teams in the conference at the moment.
And you say at the moment, that obviously could change. There will be a lot of jockeying for position. Franklin, it can be had, and Rose-Hulman had a great opportunity to win at Franklin. Hopefully, this matchup on February the 12th will have great significance. So you talk about at the Mount St. Joe's game Saturday. The last 6 games, 5 of them were on the road. So the Engineers are going to have to be road warriors if we want to get in this conference tournament.
Sure are.
And they're all against the cream of the crop in the conference.
Well, the good news is if they do get in, they will definitely be battle tested.
They will.
By having played those last 6 games on the road.
Can they get hot and work their way into a first-round bye? Boy, you just don't see teams win 3 games in this conference tournament and come away with a championship. There's usually the 1 and the 2 seed that wins this thing. Zarnecki gets flattened by C.J. Hampton. Oh, boy. Big John went down hard with that one.
Some excitement on the west side of town tonight as ISU beats Drake 58-56 on a last-second layup.
That's a big one. That's a big win there.
Sure is for the Sycamores.
Want the hometown guys to do well. That is a big win.
It's ISU's 11th straight home victory. And the Engineers, their largest lead of the game at 20, make it 21, 73-52 with 2:30 to go in this contest.
With 54 seconds to go in the contest up north and at North Manchester, a 62-54 Engineers on top now by 7, 62-55. So Coach John Prevost 54 seconds away from getting conference win number 3 and overall win number 4. That would be huge for the ladies coming into Saturday's game with Mount St. Joe. So hopefully they'll be able to finish this thing off. We'll keep an eye on that and give you a final score here soon. We'll get a quick timeout, just for substitution.
Yeah, substitution only, I believe.
Trey Wirtz coming into the game. Zachary Jackson coming into the game for the Engineers. Trey Wirtz, a 6'7" junior. Zachary Jackson, a 6-foot freshman. Also Taylor Hile coming in, a 6'6" junior.
Just under 2 minutes remaining.
And I hope I'm saying his name right. It is, oh gosh, it's either Hile or Heel, and I apologize if I got it wrong, but I'm pretty sure I got it right. I shouldn't second guess myself is what I'm saying.
I'm not second guessing you, Walt.
Tim Harris coming in the game. He was a 6'9" junior. Also had David Nazadi. Didn't see him sneak in. He's a 6'1" senior. Love to see Nazadi get one up. Harris couldn't quite squeeze it. Wirtz. Swing past Taylor on the left side. No,
nice look.
Yeah, it was a nice Wirtz. Nice look, excuse me. Jackson. Zach Jackson gets 2 points off the offensive rebound. Big three there by Jalen Spurgeon. As Manchester will take a 30, we will as well. Back after this for the final win 18.
A to Z Construction performs free inspections and free estimates. A to Z welcomes all insurance work, specializing in all roofing systems, plus performing all other aspects of construction and remodeling. A to Z Construction is your Greater Wabash Valley roofing company. Call Shannon Combs for your free roofing inspection today. A to Z Construction, building the future together.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
75-58 here in the last 118. As you're looking at this thing here, the Engineers 46% shooting. That's right at their season average, Troy, as far as their normal shooting percentage.
It is, and Manchester at 33%, just never able to get it going tonight here, especially here in the second half.
Engineers 5 of 15 from 3. The Spartans 12 of 34. 55% or so of their field goal attempts have been three-point attempts. Down the last 45 seconds.
And the Engineers out rebounding 49-25.
And that's amazing. That
really is
what you want to see. Ooh, Jackson with the blow by the assist. Trey Works with the bucket.
Works first points of the game.
There's a big shot back there by Lane Reed, a 6-foot sophomore. Coach Rusty Lloyd says
shot
no
clock
shot.
Is off. Yeah,
he says no shot.
Down to 10 seconds.
Yep.
77-61. The Engineers are going to sleep well tonight.
Big win right here. A big win for the Engineers as they move to 6-5 in the conference, 9-9 overall, get back to 500. Over 500 in the conference and back to 500 overall. As this is a big win. The Engineers really needed to have this for momentum purposes, tiebreaker purposes, and for all intents and purposes, they just needed to have this win. And they came out there and got it. We're going to take our break and come back with the post-game show. So stats and analysis and wrap this thing up. This is a big Engineer win, 77-61. We'll be right back after this.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
It's employee pricing for everyone at York Chevy Buick on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Our Christmas gift to you is 2019 Silverados up to $12,000 off. Buick Encore, $99 a month. Equinoxes as low as $169 per month. And Chevy Trax as low as $99 per month. On US Highway 40 in Brazil, where we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
77-61, a big-time victory for the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers, as they needed this to keep pace in the standings and then maybe make some headway. Also wanted to get a split with Manchester and not give them the tiebreaker if that comes down to that. But a very balanced performance for the Engineers tonight. Had some spurts where they didn't look so good, but overall, the Engineers able to get this done.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the Engineers defensively tonight.
Yes.
You know, they were able to hold Manchester to 33% field goals. Again, out-rebounding them by 25, 50-25, which is amazing. And you look at second chance points, Rose-Hulman had 21 to Manchester's 5. And the bench points, 31-12, and also the points in the paint, again, 36-12. So just all around a good, solid, consistent performance from the Engineers, which is, as we said in the pregame show, is exactly what they need going into the month of February, the last month of the season, and especially with the schedule that they had, which we talked about just a few minutes ago. It's going to be very difficult, again, at the month of February, where they have their last, 5 of the last 6 games are away against some of the top tier in the conference. So it's very important for them to find that consistency. They had it tonight. Hopefully they can keep it going for the rest of the season.
Another double-double for Craig McGee, 21 and 12. Great performance by that young man.
It sure was. And, John Zarnecki was second in points with 11 and 8 rebounds. But Jacob Back, he was we didn't talk about this, but he'd be our player of the game, I think.
That's right.
He only had 3 points, but just contributed a lot defensively and just was all over the floor. It seemed like every time he was on the court, he was around that ball.
That's right.
And making a difference in a positive way for the Engineers.
The team feeds off of his aggression and his hustle, and he just makes a big difference for this ball club. That's going to do it for tonight's broadcast, 77-61. Engineers get a big win, move to 6-5 in conference, 9-9 overall. Next broadcast is right here at the Hulbert Arena. Mount St. Joe's comes in for Senior Day, as it'll be the women playing at 1, the 12:45 pregame show, 1 o'clock jump ball, and then the men will play around 3 o'clock. And I want to say congratulations to the women getting a big win at Manchester tonight to get conference win number 3. A big win tonight for Coach Prevo's squad, and for Coach Lloyd's squad. So Rose-Hulman
double victories tonight. We'll take that.
Get the sweep tonight against Manchester. I want to take our sponsors one last time. A to Z Construction, Hamilton Center, Lynch Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, Refreshment Services, Pepsi, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. Our camera operators, Kanan and Jace Harper and Shane Glassburn, our director, Mr. Tony Harper. From our broadcast partner, Mr. Troy Fears, I'm Walter Gordon saying good night, God bless. We'll see you Saturday for Senior Day right here at the Hulbert Arena.
It's a Union Center for Sports Medicine injury timeout. You don't have to be an athlete to suffer from. You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.